Buenos dias, stoners. It's time to bake up with your girl again. Let's bake up. Let's have the best time ever. So, where do we start? Oh, with the calendar and rolling a fucking blunt. I need it so bad. I haven't smoked anything since like yesterday, like the same time as bedtime, and I just be like, well, I need to smoke now when I wake up. So let's roll up and read the calendar at the same time. This calendar is tore up. Oh, late on it. I am getting so much scrap paper as a result. What does it say? Today is Friday. High Day Friday. A brain omelet actually sounds delicious. Brain omelet? I don't know about that one, but let's keep going. When you're high, your gray matter in no way resembles a sunny side up egg. Well, I don't think it should then. It does it on its own. Your brain's on drugs or dank is more like a perfectly cooked goat cheese and asparagus omelet with home fries on the side. Home fries. Dude, I need to smoke. Your brain on drugs, Chiba, is like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on a toasted everything bagel. Bacon. I'm not saying this clearly. Clearly, this is not me saying, Your brain on drugs, chronic, is like egg salad seasoned with paprika and pickles. Pickles. Pickles are cool. I like cucumbers better. A sunny side up egg is just runny and gross. But people do it all the time, you know? Hey, people do. People do it all the time. Don't mean I'm going to do it. But they obviously got it wrong. So why not get working on that egg sandwich? Don't none of that sound good to me. But the weed part of it, you know, the food part of it sounds like a bad way to put it. Me and my vegan ass. Like, yeah, sounds like death to your brain, if anything. Those foods. January said, what did January say? Around this time. Goodness, we're going to do double. everything until fucking November, I think. That's alright. That's how you catch up. Double up. Not funny, dude. It says, what's worse than ruining a serious movie with a bout of uncalled for laughter? Ruining a hilarious movie with a bout of uncalled for laughter. Okay. No moviegoer wants to hear some fried piehead laugh out loud between jokes just because he realized that the main character is wearing shorts. And that's funny for whatever reason. There's a time and place for busting out laughing while high at a comedy. It's called 3 months later on your couch. Save yourself a world of hurt. These aren't the same pansies who were on the verge of tears over a terminal illness. They'll kick your ass. All right. So if you have a need to laugh at inappropriate times, I guess you need to watch your weed habit. It's weed to have you fucking lit and laughing for really at the wrong time. Just not all of it though. All weed don't do that. It's just sometimes it do. Not often though. To me, I don't think it do to everybody. But it can have you feel like laughing gas is in you. I'll never forget the day I did that. I laughed at somebody in their face when they were telling me about one of their physical problems. And I just laughed in his face. Like, oh my God, I wasn't laughing at you. I'm sorry. I'm just really high. Now that I think about it, that was awful, but it was funny because I couldn't help but laugh. It wasn't nothing funny at all. I just laughed. Anyway, first blood of the day. It's going to be a much better day now. Oh yeah, those O's came out better too. Got to be patient with them. Like, I know I got 5 ashtrays. I do. Here's one of them. Alright, grandfather or grandmother D. Jiznick Herb says Denver City Council just banned 420 rallies for 3 years. Well, damn. I wonder what the fuck happened and, like, really, what does that mean for those that live in Colorado? Ooh, it's cold, but it's hot. But it's cold, but it's hot. Let's see. After a recent 420 rally, city officials are wondering if these types of events should be permitted in public areas. Debris was left scattered from garbage bags and allowed to dampen the city's beautiful park, leading to $12,000 fine and a 3-year ban from the park. Well, that's what happened. That's all. Hold on. Let's just keep reading. I just knew it was something dangerous happening. This is some bullshit. That's what it is. They could easily hire people to pick up trash. How hard is that? $12,000 worth of a fine for 3 years? Yeah, you can hire somebody for $12,000 for 3 years to clean up trash for a day for 3 years. Please believe. You can pay one person this money, and they will find a whole bunch of motherfuckers to come help and get the shit done. Anyway, some are suggesting the garbage was left by lazy rally goers. Well, yeah, maybe so. I'm pretty sure people still gotta clean up behind people. People ain't shit. When it comes to cleaning up and not littering, these people are probably 9 times out of 1,000. 9,000 times out of 1,000 is not Native American, and they are not recyclers. Because who the fuck recycles besides me? Some are suggesting the garbage was left by lazy rally goers who would rather celebrate the holiday than clean up their mess. Duh. Y'all don't play like y'all motherfuckers don't be coming from around the world, trashing up our city too. This is not just because they stoners. No, fucking no, fucking no, fucking no, fucking no. Y'all be straight motherfucking drunk or straight motherfucking sober, trashing the fuck out of our city, coming here from y'all state like we don't have to clean that shit up. And we do. And we do. And we keep it very clean so y'all fuck asses can come back. That's how we do it. That's how Colorado gonna have to get with it. That's bogus. This shit tripping me out. This ended up being some negative news, but I had to see what it was about right now. It just don't make sense. It's not the worst news though. It's just irrelevant. However, planners believe that that's not the case at all. Really. They believe that their cleaning efforts may have been sabotaged by an unsuspecting source and won't pay the fine without a full investigation. Seriously? They're fighting about this shit? Now that's what makes this an article. Hold on now. Don't jack it down either. Just clean that shit up. Denver's beautiful Civic Center Park is bursting with lush areas of grass for lounging, pathways for beautiful flowers for smelling, and tall trees to catch some shade under. Oh, yes, yes. That is pretty. Event planners have come to utilize the park's spectacular appearance for events ranging from bridal shows to political protests, like a weed party. During the 420 celebrations, oh yeah, that was just last month, a rally was held at Civic Center Park where cannabis enthusiasts from across the country gathered to indulge in a variety of different strains, concentrates, edibles, and oils. As the celebration kicked into full effect, the hundreds of partygoers began to create a massive amount of garbage, something not uncommon for large events, right? As the festivities wound down, volunteers stayed behind to help clean up the mess and ensure the park's beauty remained intact. Once the cleanup had been finished, garbage bags were sealed and piled in one area to await their morning pickup. However, someone in the park had other ideas. Midnight mess makers. So they have a picture here of trash cans being knocked over, boxes being completely open, And it looks literally like the trash came from those sources. Like, it just looked like somebody just, it was so much, it's so concentrated around those three things. It's like very little farther away from those three things, but a whole bunch of it right here. And I'm thinking a group of people is not going to just be right around this one trash can littering, and there's no trash in the can. Where the boxes look ripped apart. A couple of them. So it just doesn't look like no way in hell that was from a party. That looked like somebody did that shit for real. And I guess somebody standing in the middle looking like, what the hell? It says, at morning light, city officials realized something looked very wrong with their park as mountains of garbage were piled and scattered over nearly every inch of the area. And I know people was on every inch of the area. So nearly every inch and every inch is two different things. It's concentrated in one spot, like really heavily. Let's see. Almost immediately, officials blamed the 420 festival goers for leaving the mess behind because they are not trained to investigate. But yeah, I understand now. That will take some investigation. Like, to the untrained eye, I guess you would be angry and just blame whoever was there last. Let me see. Miguel Lopez, a 420 rally organizer, says the blame due to different ideas on the subject of cannabis. We understand that the city political structure disagrees with our message and is using this process as a pretext to silence the message. Every Civic Center event has similar features, and none of these issues were identified in the past year's 420 events. Rather than continue the argument between event planners and city officials, 420 rally organizers Santino Walter offered some idea of what might have happened in the park where many homeless reside after the volunteer cleanup crew left for the night. And people was doing it for free, so that's just doubly bogus. All the trash was bagged and everything was consolidated into place. Once it didn't get picked up, probably between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., I think we had a lot of people in the park ripping through and opening up all the bags. Probably looking for weed. Or, damn, I never thought about that. Organizers had the park cleaned up before noon that day, but that hasn't stopped city officials from handing down a $12,000 fine and a 3-year ban that would halt future 420 rallies. Seriously? Like, did they clear it up again and then they still passed it down? Happy Haynes, executive director of Denver Parks and Recreation, says the park safety is a main concern. The park gonna die? The fuck? It's gonna be extinct? After a thorough review of the event, substantial violations of city requirements were found. We will continue to ensure that events in our parks are safe, compliant, and of high quality, and we remain focused on protecting Denver's parks and facilities, which are valuable assets to our city and our residents. 420 rally organizers are appealing the fine and ban with hopes of regaining their good standing status with the city of Denver and its park and recreation department. That's terrible. That is terrible. Dang. I'm lost for words. It's just terrible. They need to do some investigating. And they bogus. It's just bogus. All the way around. Not the worst news. Definitely not good news. But it's news. It's weed worthy for sure. On a lighter note, hold on. Ohio might be legalizing weed next or soon or something like that. There's a race right now between like a few states, but they still northern states and like coastal states that's on the coast, like close to the coast or on the coast, or as close to the coast as you can get if the coast is sold up with legal weed, or north, the very, very far north. Let's see, where's the article about Ohio possibly getting legal soon? So it's like it's gonna close in around everybody, but it's not gonna be random. I don't think it's gonna be random at all. I think it's gonna be planned. I think it's been planned now. It's like they started on the west. They did start in like Colorado, which was a really awkward spot, I think, to start. It's like places where ain't nobody even at, but it's a good place to go to start because it do have a good air, I heard, and it's gonna have good weed and stuff. So it was really awesome that they started in Colorado because California already got stuff going for them. And you know, if you really want to test something out, you gotta test it on some, like, it's good to test it on brand new. You don't want to go to the championship with old tennis shoes on unless they're lucky or something. You want some brand new shoes on that's not gonna give you any problem, I would think. I don't know. And then be like, yeah, these are some good shoes. Try them out somewhere. Break them in. You know? It's just how it's like East Coast, West Coast, and all of the North is getting it. But they ain't fucking with the middle or the south like that of the country. So, Ohio Supreme Court Justice says it's time to decriminalize cannabis. It's not official, but grandmother Tiffany King Herb says an Ohio Supreme Court justice system recently stated that cannabis criminalization is a major waste of money and believes that the state should release all prisoners who are serving time for non-violent cannabis offenses. That is deep. I mean, I've heard of people doing that and talking about that, but I ain't never read it and seen it happen. People being able to get out of jail. That's the shit. You can't flesh. Justice William O'Neill has seen how weed legalization is going in states such as Colorado. Of course he's seen it. He right there. And is convinced that legalization offers a plethora of sensible benefits for the state of Ohio. This is what I get to thinking about. Transporting. While they taking all this time to legalize weed, it's like a trap almost. It's like if you look at the map from the sky and how it's legalizing and stuff, it's like when Colorado got legal, people was going to Colorado and they was going back and forth traveling across state to state with it. And Ohio was one of them states people used to get stuck in, I think. I'm trying to think of where Ohio is to Colorado, but I'm pretty sure it was Ohio. That was one of them states. One of them states around Colorado that they had to go through, they would get stuck in or they'd get pulled over in trying to go home with the weed and shit. Or they would be like, let go if they only had a little bit, or it's just like people was trying to get their medicine so they can go home with it, but they get caught in these illegal states. So it's like now, all I'm seeing is a path being made for people to make it safely from state to state to state. Say you live in an illegal state in the middle of the country, like Kansas or some shit, and you travel to a legal state far as Washington. How are you going to get home with that shit legally? Some states be like, you can't travel from state to state with they shit, and they put their state name label on it and everything. And some states be like, you can come over here with that shit from over there. And it's like, if you got gaps where states are illegal and you're driving, you're gonna risk getting caught. You're not risking it, and you're not risking it. And as long as they make this trail from one end of the coast to the other end, that's a beeline to transport that shit legally. And that they make it easier for people to get to the illegal states. Just like go from the legal states all the way through the legal states. That's what I was going to do. I was going to go from California up to Canada. I was going to go to Canada and just travel across. And then go down to the illegal states if I wanted to go visit somebody. But it's like, I got to think it's not that serious. I got to find something else to do. I got to just find something else to do because I can't be doing that. But people do it anyway. I know they do. It's just, it makes me think about now, if they connect Ohio, and I think that's like, if I'm wrong about it, about the way I was talking about it earlier, then that means it's between Washington and Colorado and us in Canada. So that is going to close up that little gap right there. And it's going to be a whole lot of states that's legal, including Canada. And then I think the state over is going to have to just, I just want to see what the pattern is going to be. Is it going to be sporadic, or is it just going to close in on everybody? And then the bottom states is going to be absolutely fucking last. It's weird. Just check that out. Just keep an eye on it. Because Ohio, I didn't see that coming. I saw everybody but Ohio coming next. I was like, Ohio must be really crazy bad because every state around it is legal. If I'm not getting them confused, Idaho, Utah, oh shit, I might be getting confused. I think it's Utah that's closest to us. Shit. Let me look while I'm talking about it, because I really need to know. Like, where the fuck is Ohio? Is it on the East Coast? Is it over here? Where the fuck is it? Is it by Illinois? I don't remember. I never go there, obviously. Oh, wait a minute. Totally wrong. It is by Indiana and shit. Okay. So that's kind of East Coast. That's still about the same thing as what I was saying it's like over here. It's like it's filling in those gaps. It's just doing it on the opposite coast. Instead of it doing it on the West Coast, it's doing it on the East Coast. I know New York is legal. Pennsylvania, it's not legal. But West Virginia, I think, just got legal. Vermont's trying to get legal. So Ohio is connected to West Virginia. And Michigan. And Michigan is legal. And Michigan is connected to Canada. And what else is legal over here? Illinois is legal, which is damn near connected to Michigan. Just a little gap in Indiana. Indiana is between Ohio and Illinois. So it's still the northern, eastern states, northern states and the coastal states, not in the middle. Her Missouri might be getting legal next. Soon. But within 4 years, if The whole state is legal. If the whole country's legal, then shit. 4 years, 2021. It ain't gonna matter no more. It ain't even gonna matter no more. But shit, in the meantime, it's still a lot of people in pain. But it's coming along, I guess. So let's see. Let me see. It says it's a new day. During a speech given to members of Wayne County Democratic Party, Justice O'Neill remarked. So what state was I thinking he was next to? Colorado. Oh, he not next to Colorado. He way the fuck away from Colorado. Okay. He right next to Michigan, though. In Illinois. So he see that shit. Justice O'Neill said, the time has come for new thinking. We regulate and tax alcohol and tobacco and imprison people for smoking grass. Justice O'Neill is the sole Democrat holding an office in Ohio, as Republicans currently control all branches of Ohio government. He is currently considering a run for governor next election and wants the Democratic Party to lead with fresh ideas in 2018. Like other states, Justice O'Neill sees the immediate economic benefits of legalization, stating that releasing nonviolent marijuana offenders from prison, coupled with marijuana decriminalization, will bring approximately $350 million in tax revenue that could go towards combating drug addiction with the creation of a statewide mental health network. Wow. Treat addiction like the disease it is in the name of compassion, he said. He desired that Ohio's Department of Mental Health can use tax revenues to reopen previously shut down hospitals and turn them into addiction centers rather than simply throwing addicts in prison and in many cases destroying their future prospects. Where does Ohio currently stand on weed? Ohio's medical marijuana control program became effective in September of 2016, but Ohio is still awaiting the establishment of dispensaries and cultivation centers, which most likely won't be available to patients until 2018. But when it comes to Ohio's stance on recreational cannabis, Ohio has largely decriminalized bud in recent years, labeling the possession of smaller amounts less than 3.5 ounces as minor misdemeanors. Minor misdemeanors are not jailable offenses, but can still result in driver's license suspensions for 6 months and fines. Ohio Governor John Kasich has either avoided or outright shot down questions about it, remarking once that he is definitely opposed to legalizing marijuana for recreational purposes, but also admitted when pressed about prior pot use during his presidential run. I mean, I did smoke marijuana, but let me ask you this. What is the relevance of what I might have done 30 years ago? I mean, this is not what matters when we pick a president. Justice O'Neill gets it. Americans have indeed supported nominees for president that were admitted cannabis users in the past. The last two Democratic presidents who each served 2 terms, for example. And now support for marijuana legalization is at record highs. Record highs. With more than 90% of Americans supporting medical use and more than half of Americans supporting recreational use. Justice O'Neill seems to be one of the few lawmakers in Ohio who sees the common sense benefits associated with decriminalizing weed in his states, and we're behind. Well, I only read about it because Herb posted it. Grandmother Herb posted it. You know, I've been reading about a whole bunch of states talking about it and putting up um, documents on people's desks to get signed, to get it passed and stuff. And it's just like, I don't want to like hyping people up for nothing. That's why I don't bring it here. You know, it's just like I might talk about it in the flash news, but I don't bring it here because it's not important. It's not important until it's official. Why play with people's mind? I could say, oh, this state might be next, this state might be next all day. And just really just go on and on and on and on and on about it. But it could be a whole nother year before it actually happens. So it's just like, you're going to smoke anyway. So, fuck. Teasing you about it is not the way to go, I don't think. I'm just keeping up with it, though. So when it do hit, when somebody hit the lottery, I'm going to be ready for it. I'm going to be right here for it, on it. And you're going to know about it right away if you watch this show and spread the word as much as you can for all of the people in the community. I'm keeping up with all states, basically. I don't want anybody to feel left out. Because I want to come and try all of your weed, all 50 states, 50 plus whatever states, weed. Like I said, everybody got something different to offer. You know, every state has something different to offer. And I love to travel, and weed is a perfect reason to go and travel. Okay? I'm going to try some of that Ohio weed, some of that Michigan weed, some of that New York weed. I'm going to try it all. So we got to get you all legal. On top of the fact that I know you guys want to just not be tripping. Everybody wants to get over this traumatic stress that we go through being illegal, so we can finally get into the post-traumatic stress phase, and we can hit the blunt and get over that too. You know, we can't get into post-traumatic stress until we get out of traumatic stress, right? Right. Alright, last one. Really fast. 10 legit weed gadgets you can actually buy on Amazon. Fairy Godmother Amazon. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Gotta love it. Oh, this is not an all-inclusive list, I see. Not even a little bit. Shit. Your nearest head shop might be hours away. What is a cannabis lover in need of gadgetry to do? By Grandfather Christopher Teague. Herb. Let's see. Just hop on Amazon. You will drop your jaw at what you can find there. It's true. Here are just 10 obvious weed needs you can fulfill online and have shipped to your door no matter where you live. And you know, I used to think this shit was illegal. Like, paraphernalia. Can you ship paraphernalia across the country? But hey, they ship it, so I figured I guess I can do it. Like, I get my hemp oil from there, I get my hemp seeds from there, and that shit come from Canada. And I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen, but I tried it anyway. I'm like, how are they selling this shit on the internet if it's illegal? That don't make sense to me. Like, how? Why they not getting busted? Why I gotta be the one to get busted if it gets in my door? Why they can't get busted for putting it on the site? Right? That's what I was thinking. But I didn't get it. Number 1, a cheap glass pipe. Grab your 14.2-inch tall hookah oil rig with glass slide down and 6-tree percolator, and forget that overpriced items at your local smoke shop. For real. Fairy Godmother Amazon and Grandfather Herb got us together. Grandparents. Number 2, some bead action. Bead action. Make it even better with magic water beads. For the best diffusion of your smoke, get the beads that won't leave you broke. Water beads? In your bong? That's new to me. Number 3, keep your tobacco fresh. With a name like Trichome, this alright case holds up to 5 ounces of ground up herb, teas, or tobacco. Airtight seal traps, 100% of odors inside, making for the perfect smell-proof container. Right, because tobacco is just coated in trichomes. That's what it says. Number 4, traditional and nostalgic. Do you remember this classic sealed pipe? I seen one on there on Amazon before, but I didn't know it was classic. This was the ultimate pocket piece circa 1996. Oh, I get it. I had like a little bitty pipe, a keychain pipe before my friend bought me. And I was like, bitch, what is you doing with this? Why would you get me this? Why would you carry paraphernalia on you just to give it to me? I felt real fucking special. And it was something I never seen before. It was like, okay, I was so happy. I wish I still had that pipe. I don't even know what happened to it. But I was just the happiest, man. Because she don't smoke and shit. So I felt like she used this shit. Oh, really? How? That's why I felt special, because she didn't even smoke. But she would smoke. She just didn't smoke as much. Probably because it's illegal. That's probably the only reason she don't be just smoking every day. Cool ass bitch, right? Number 5, Bluntastic. A roller. That's what this is. For when you have to do it the easy way, get Juicy J's 120 milliliter jumbo blunt rolling machine. Can't go wrong if your rolling game isn't strong. I'm just reading it word for word. Number 6, all in one. All right. I'm going to post this on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus too. Get your gear and stash book too with this deluxe edition Buddha book. Just in case you didn't know what it was for. It's a stash book. Got a picture of Buddha in it. So you can put a whole bunch of shit in it. That's cool. That's cool. These are not the best things you can find on Fairy Godmother Amazon. These are not the best things. I swear to you. They are just giving you, like, I guess, some of the simple stuff. I don't know. The stuff that they picked out, that's what I'm going to say. Because they got way more. This is just the basics, maybe. Number 7, a gift set. I never seen this on there, though. With Bud Design background, this rolling tray comes with a grinder and a stackable smell-proof container. Perfect for the person who likes to accessorize with pink and dank. Hell yeah. That's cool as a bitch. It's called Stacks. Stax. That's nice. Yeah. You can put your blunt in one little spot, the one that you already rolled, stackable look. That is so fucking cool. Number 8. Where do I hide my drug money? It says right here, silly. Put your stash cash in this conveniently labeled container so you won't forget. Don't worry if you don't like football. There are a dozen different themes to choose from. So there's a can that says, I'm saving up for some good weed. And there's a picture of a boy on there with a football in his hand, like he's from the 50s. And it says, put drug money here. And then on there, I seen that too. They have like different design cans. You know, it's cool. Little cans. I actually got a weed purse from there. It's a really little bitty purse. It's like a little wallet with a zipper. And it says weed money. Stick my weed money in there every time. So I can keep it separate from my other cash. If I have cash on me and my cards and stuff. I feel like that's convenient only because of that. I don't need a big can to like save money in. I just need a little bitty thing so I can like take it out when I get to the dispensary and just open it. I don't be like, and I have exact change too, but some dispensaries now they take cash, they take card, so I don't be needing like that now, but I still need it for the ones that don't take cash. I mean that don't take cards. So anyway, number 9, darn that dirty bong. It says, smoke gunk got you down. Look no further. With this amazing formula, you can get even the most mucus resin out of the tightest crevices of your piece. Lies. But I'm going to tell you, it says 1 minute 420 cleaner for pyrrhus, glass, metal, and ceramics. It don't take a minute. It takes hours. And scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. I'm telling you, I tried to clean my bong out and my pipes and stuff out, and it took me ever. And when I poured that shit out in my sink, I had to pour some of the 420 cleaner in there to get it out of my sink. And that took only a minute because my sink it's ceramic. But the bong, it's not coming out of them plastic bongs. Maybe out of a glass bong it'd be better. Maybe out of a glass bong. It didn't say plastic, did it? It do clean my bowls really good. It clean my bowls and my ashtrays. So if I put in my ashtrays, it'd be like magic, like nothing ever happened. Don't use it on plastic then. Number 10. So you want to know the biz. This is the last one, and we gotta get the fuck up out of here. We got shit to do. This book, I'm gonna roll up one more too while I'm chilling. What's the name of this book? The Business of Marijuana. Oh yeah, by Ivan Green. This book tells you exactly how to do it. It says the book speaks about the underground business of marijuana distribution and street dealing. Perfect for beginners. Even better, you can download it for free. Click here on these blue words. It's for free. No, we don't recommend you become a dealer. Right? Because that shit is going out of style. That's just going to be old school. Like, who deals weed anymore? Do you order your gear from Amazon? Yes. Or do you prefer to shop in the stores? I actually do both. I actually now check Amazon first. I go to the store and see what their price is. And I check Amazon price and I compare the two. Because sometimes Amazon will have the same price, or rarely, which is not often at all. Rarely, you'll see Amazon have something more price higher. But usually the shit that I get on Amazon are things that you're not gonna find in the store. Because there's no point if I can't get it cheaper to get it in Amazon. If I can just go to the store and get it, like, you know, it's got to be something unique, or just where I'm gonna save some money. And then I have to like be okay with waiting a couple of days. Because if you go to the store, it's that instant gratification, right? Not with Fairy Godmother Amazon. So, I mean, there's a lot of good shit on there. I could go on and on and on about all the shit that I found down there. But I'm finna Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus this shit. And y'all can get on Fairy Godmother, right? Godmother Amazon and find out what she got for you. This is what I do. I like to type in the words weed, marijuana, I think that's it. Weed and marijuana. And then if I really want to get specific, I type in exactly what I want. Like marijuana shoes. Or then I try weed shoes just in case there's something else that I missed just because of the labeling. Yeah. But I will say that 90% of my weed paraphernalia came from Fairy Godmother Amazon. No bullshit. All my street signs, all my posters have come from Fairy Godmother Amazon. You're not gonna see that shit in Target, sorry. I be in there plenty. I know. But anyway, it's that time. We got shit to do, so let's do it. Like having a high ass, dank ass, baked ass, incredible ass day. Ciao.